Hey kids,
Hey Dad!
what do you want to do today?
We don't know!
Want to go to the movies?
No!
Want to go to the water park?
No!
Want to go play disc golf?
Yeah! Let's go play disc golf!
Welcome back everybody to RC Disc Golf Podcast. I'm your host Jimmy Ray. With me today is a good friend of mine, Josh.
What's up?
Can't
How's it
pronounce your
going?
last name.
Strough. Most people
Strough.
can't.
I've never said it out loud before.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was always going for, but I just never said it out loud.
Yeah,
I didn't
most
wanna
people
fuck it up.
pronounce it as Strough. It's like, no,
Yeah.
it's Strough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of spelled that way.
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of an interesting last name if you think about it.
Where is it from? You know?
Not really sure.
Oh, you gotta do that Ancestry me or whatever.
Yeah, we've tried, but so much family stuff happened, so yeah, it's kind of all over the place.
It's fine. I don't really care. So, Josh, how long have you been playing disc golf for?
Just came up on a year about a week ago.
A week ago. And this is the first year of competing,
Yes.
like full-time competing.
Yes.
And first year point series, my first year point series. That's what we're going to talk about.
Heck yeah.
Western Europe Point Series, baby. Got the nice shirts on.
Yeah. It actually turned out pretty nice. Like, I didn't expect them to be that nice, but
We got a lot of stuff this year, too.
yeah, the
we
player
got
packs were solid.
The water bottle, stickers. This, I was going to say hat, but this is not from that. This is from the Prodigy tournament.
We got those pocket things, the pocket organizers for our vehicles.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty dope.
That doesn't fit in my van.
It doesn't?
No.
Wow.
I don't know why. Like, it's too short.
Yeah.
It's probably meant for, like, a subcompact type of car, SUV.
Mine-
not the mini.
Mine just kind of free balls in the back of the truck.
That's where mine is right now. It's just in the van, laying down in the back.
Works good, though.
All right. It's all right.
Then we also got the dirt bag and then those
yeah.
sweet minis. Do you have yours?
Oh, I got mine right here. Yeah.
Yeah, those minis are pretty sweet. Each one was custom made for each one of us.
West New York Disc Golf Club Point Series event on it. Oh yeah, dude, this thing's sweet. I'm not gonna use it though.
Yeah.
I've seen people out there using it.
Yeah, a lot of people like seal it. They use the wood sealer and they seal it and let
Isn't
it
some
dry.
on it?
I don't think so, because a lot of people were kind of hesitant of using it without sealing it.
You know what? I think he did, and then he did the etching afterwards because that
Yeah.
feels kind of dry, but this is nice and slick. So the wood part of it is nice and slick. So I think he did seal them, but then he did the etching.
Yeah,
Or the burning.
yeah. I was gonna say it looks like a burn
Yeah.
style.
Yeah, that's nice. I do enjoy that. I was hoping to get like some discs though, some new discs.
Yeah,
That didn't work out. I started playing with ones from other tournaments, and I'm actually glad that I did. Like the hatchet I got from, I think it was the Bond Lake Open, or Bond Lake Open.
yeah.
Yep, and I love that disc.
Was it flippy or
It's very flippy.
nice? So it's a good backhand disc for you, right?
It is. It is. I'm actually starting to overturn it now, which is
Ooh.
not what I want to do, but
Yeah,
I can
but
put a little more hyzer on it now.
yeah, we're also to that like lower level where like one like at a certain month like discs will work, and then next month because we gain power and distance,
Yep.
those discs are now flying completely different.
Totally different. And it's usually I would get it to flip up, fly nice and straight with a nice little fade at the end. Perfect flight. Now I'm getting a little more, actually I'm getting more flight out of it because now it's starting to overturn a little bit, drift to the left some more.
Yep.
And then it'll still fade off. So I'm getting a nice solid flight out of it. Doesn't work for tight gaps though.
Yeah.
That's what I was using it on, just to get through a tight gap because I know it's going to flip straight through the gap.
Yeah.
But now it's hitting the tree.
Tight gaps are like my worst enemy.
Yeah. Well, that's
Can't make
where
'em.
the forehand comes in. You gotta flex a forehand through them
Sometimes, other times I hit first available, and it's just like, well, that didn't work.
every time. I was at Como Park Wednesday. I went through around before work. I wanted to redeem myself after the Lights Out event,
Yeah.
which I did terrible on. What'd you do at Lights Out?
I think I got like 6. I know I played. I literally went lights out on the second round. I pulled like a 900 rated round for the second round.
That's not bad. I'm gonna pull up stats.
But I was too far behind because my first round was just trash. So I couldn't make any push for the lead.
You tied for 7th.
Oh, 7th.
You tied for 7th.
Okay.
With a did first round you shot a 69 and second round you shot 62. Hit the wrong button. There we go. View by hole. So you got what is happening? I really hope I didn't just lose the. I'll kill you, computer. I will throw you out the window. Screen just keeps going black, but everything's still recording.
Well, that's good.
Jesus Christ! All right, back to what we were doing. Lights out event. You shot a 9 over on your second round. No, that's not correct. You shot 8 over on your first round.
Yeah.
And 1 over on your second round. That's a good round.
Yeah.
Those are fantastic.
Yeah. The first round though was terrible because trying to go over that water shot. I think that's 10. I lost 2 discs back-to-back throws. Hit a dead tree and then hit the tree on the other side and got thrown in the water.
Yep. I lost my Star Wraith on that hole because I was going to flex a forehand for the second shot over the water. Hit the first tree there, like mid through the water.
Yep.
And it just dropped right in the middle. Gone. No name on that disc, so someone's going to find it and be like, oh, sweet, Star Wraith.
Yeah.
I know. It's awesome. I want it back. Thanks, guys.
That'd be solid.
It would be great. Love that disc. And I lost 4 discs that day in the water.
Yeah.
I lost the MVP signal on hole 16. Grip locked that one into the woods there.
Ooh.
And that one was gone. And that was before the round started.
Yeah, that was our practice round.
Our practice round. I lost that one. And then Star Wraith, I lost a champion boss on hole 13 over the water. The one that's full water carry. Is that 13 or 14?
I think that's 14.
It's 14.
Yeah, where you have to go over and then hit the baskets like by that stump.
Yep. Yeah, in between the trees there. Yeah, that one in the water. And then the other one was a it was one of the trilogy discs, like 2020 trilogy.
Probably a Saint Pro, maybe.
Maybe it could have been a Saint, but I don't think it was a Pro. I think it was like it was. I don't think it was the Pro. I think it was like first generation, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But it could have been a Saint. That one, yeah, too much hyzer on it. It just went into the water. I didn't have enough to carry across.
Yeah.
So.
That's always sucks when you just watch it go and then it keeps going. It's like,
some of them,
you can stop now.
Some of them look like it's just going to make it, and then it splashes right there at the shoreline. It's like, God damn it, man. Yeah. It's so close.
Both rounds for that tournament, my disc skipped and just sat on the edge. Like, it was like so close to going in water both times. Like,
but like safe on the edge?
Safe, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just barely. I was like, ugh.
Do you still get a meter off the edge for that because you're down like?
Yeah, because it would be unsafe to throw.
Okay. You want to know how I did?
Sure.
Round 1, 14 over.
Ooh.
Terrible round. I came back. Let's see. I got no birdies that round. I took a 6 on hole 3, which they made into a par 4 for this round, and I took a 6 on that. And I took a 7 on 10 because that one I went into the water.
Yeah.
And did not work out well. Second round, though, I cleaned it up. I got 2 birdies, one on hole 5 and hole 6. I thought I was going to be in a nice little run there, though. 7, though, I took a bogey, and then I went downhill again from there. But I cleaned it up a little bit and got 11 over. So I took 4 strokes off.
There you go.
3 strokes off.
Yeah.
So cleaned it up a bit, but dead last.
Yeah. Hey, everyone's due to have bad rounds.
Dead last.
We're not pros, so.
That's true, but then so I wanted to go back to Como and redeem myself, and I did, and I shot 4 over.
There you go.
Yeah. See? And this is for this was a casual round, so the ones that they have had par 4 for the event are now back to par 3s.
Yeah.
So I did a lot better.
There you go.
So I'm thinking to myself, it's like, why is it this way? Why do I shoot so bad during an event when I can go back to the course, play by myself, and crush it?
Yeah, that's how it always happens. Might be tournament jitters, you might overthink it. Like on the tee shot, you might be thinking, "Oh man, I only got one shot. It has to be perfect."
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely overthinking it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely overthinking it because I want it so bad.
Yeah.
Like I know, like hole 1, I parred I think both rounds during the event. Oh no, I took a 6 on the second round. First round I parred it. It's a par 4, and I took 5 during my casual round. So like, hole 1's difficult there though.
Yeah.
It's a long hole to start out with. It's what, 630?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's a weird. And the weight of the fairway is because it starts out thin, then gets wide, and back down to thin.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's really hard. Like you can't really high power backhand. Like, and it can't go hyzer because if it gets stuck, then you're going OB.
Yeah.
It's hard to flex a forehand because if that gets stuck and doesn't come flexing back, you go OB.
Mm-hmm.
Like your best option is like a turnover backhand, but even then you're risking hitting the pine trees.
Oh yeah.
So it's a difficult one to
It
get.
is. Yeah, I think that was my game plan, was just to shoot straight up into the fairway and then have like a huge shot up for the second shot.
Yeah.
And then lay up for par was my plan. But I think I did hit the first pine tree. I think that is what happened.
Maybe.
Right on the edge there.
I think both rounds. I think my card was behind you, behind your card. I think for both rounds.
I think you were. Yeah, I think I started on. I think hole 16 was my starting hole.
Yeah.
The one round. Which I'm like, great. The shot that I lost my fucking signal on, it's gone. Now I gotta go start up on that hole.
Hopefully someone finds that one at some point.
That would be nice because I do like that MVP. That was the only one that I've ever had, and I threw it. Well, usually threw it beautifully, but
Yeah.
this time it just didn't work out. Let's see. So that was. Let's go through the beginning of
Point series.
Point series.
Oh boy, that was a train wreck and a half for me.
The only thing that I always mess up with is I don't know the pars of the courses. Plus, they change them for a lot of events.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Let's go Point Series event number 1. That was at Outwater Park in Lockport. Let's see
Yes.
here. I crushed it.
I wish I could say I crushed it, but
I did pretty well.
complete opposite happened to me. Yeah, it was like towards the bottom. Oh yeah. Ooh.
I finished at, where did I go? Tied for 24th with a total of 5 over.
What was your rating for that round?
820.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
So I went into the round at a 795 rated and shot 820.
Nice. There
So
you go.
I did a great round. Actually, I think like 5 over par, I think is my normal that I get there.
Yeah.
So not what I wanted to do.
It's a lot better than what I did.
I go into these rounds with a lot higher expectations for myself.
Yeah, I used to, but then that's something that I kind of learned to just go in there and have fun. Stop like thinking, oh, I'm going to come in first, because then that puts like unbelievable amount of pressure on you, and then you end up just snowballing.
I wasn't thinking first, but I wanted to shoot even.
Yeah.
Even par was what I was shooting for. Actually, usually like every course I go into, I'm like, let's just shoot for even.
Yeah.
So if you par every hole, you're having a great day.
Yeah.
So no bogeys, no OBs. Let's just keep it clean.
Yeah.
But to par every single hole, that's a challenge in itself, and actually something I want to do. Like I literally want to go to like a short course that I know that I can get birdies on, and just lay up for par either way.
Yeah.
Just shoot par every hole. So, but that was the plan, because I was thinking, even the ones that I can get a birdie on, if I shoot for par, I'll probably be right there for the birdie anyways.
Yeah.
And then those ones will come easily without question.
Yeah.
Tap in birdies, and then I'd be in a great situation. But that one was fantastic. Would you shoot?
I was 9 over. It was came in 35th. It was a bad day. Like that course, I learned that you actually have to backhand. Like my whole game plan for this whole season was just forehand. I don't need to have a backhand. Nah, don't need it. Yeah, well, that course kind of showed me that you actually need a backhand because just forehanding it, good luck.
That's how I started out a few years ago. I was just always forehand every shot pretty much.
Yeah.
First shot, second shot, then lay up for a putt.
Yeah.
No, that's all I had. I didn't have a backhand. Every backhand I threw would be like straight to the sky, and it would stall out and just fall down like 100 feet in front of me.
Yeah, my backhand looked like I was playing Can Jam at that point.
That's not that bad of a shot then.
Except it goes like 30 feet, and then that's it.
Yeah, but it's straight.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, for that tournament, you were the card ahead of me, and I remember the hole where it was going up the hill, and then your card was off to the side, teeing off.
6, yeah.
Yeah, and remember my disc like went over your guys' head and went all the way to the street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because the forehand. Yeah, I tried forehanding up the hill, didn't work.
I think mine landed. I don't know if it was this event or if it was a different event, but mine actually. Now I'm confused. I play there too often. It landed like on the tee pad for 7, so I almost hit the guy standing there. It was like right next to them. But
at least you had a nice spot to shoot from for your next shot.
No, not really, because you're down the hill a little ways and you got those lines of trees right there.
Oh yeah,
so
that's right.
Like I would have to like throw like some weird hyzer
Yeah.
and hope it doesn't skip back down the hill. Hopefully it lands flat up there. So it was difficult. So I think I just laid up and then shot again. I don't think it was this tournament. It could have been league. I got to do that a couple times. I'm going to do it again Labor Day.
Oh, there you go.
Because I'm off of work, so I was like, okay,
perfect.
Let's go. It's a Monday night league. Let's do it.
Nice.
All right, which one do we got next?
I think the next round was what, at Como maybe?
That I don't remember. If it was
It might have been at
Como or Bond, I don't remember.
Como. I think, was it Como? Yeah.
Yep. Back to Como Park, my favorite nightmare course. You beat me on this one.
Did I?
Yes, you did. You tied 32nd. I tied 41st. I shot 15 over. So again, I did better.
Yeah.
The last event at Como by 1 stroke and then by a couple more.
Yeah.
But this event here, I shot 15 over. Not a clean round at all. From hole 12 to 17, all bogeys and double bogeys. Let's see. 12 bogey, 13 bogey, 14 double, 15 bogey, 16 double, 17 bogey. Ended with a clean par on 18.
Yeah, that was a rough round. Now I'm looking at it. I only parred like 4 holes and everything else was bogey or double bogey. But also we got to remember that was bad weather. It was downpouring the whole time we were playing.
It was downpouring.
Downpouring, hot. Then the wind kept changing from headwind to tailwind. And it was pretty bad.
It was rough. I shot 800 rated.
I only did 19 points better than you. Yeah, that one was a struggle. That was like my first ever round, like really playing that kind of weather. So it was just kind of like I didn't know what to expect, and then like your forehands, they don't work too well when the disc is all wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, like in headwinds, your forehands don't fly the same anymore.
No, they either get smacked right to the ground or they get taken right up to the sky, and then you just watch them just sit up there.
It's a rough game, man.
Yeah.
It's a rough game. Como Park is one that I need to play a little bit more, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's, like I said, if I could shoot even there, I will be very, very happy.
Yeah.
I think I went into this round the same way. Just shoot for par.
Yeah.
So
This one, I was just like, oh, I'm going to rip forehands the whole time. I got it. Still had no backhand at that point.
Well, you hit a great shot on hole 7, right? For the lights out, you ended up right at the gap.
Yeah, that's because I could backhand by the time lights out came.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the backhand I picked up about a month and a half ago.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so.
Been out there in the field working on it, huh?
Yeah.
I gotta do that too. I actually have an idea for my forehands now. Before I thought you only could forehand over stable discs and get that flex shot. Yeah, it's just coming in my head now. It's like, yeah, but if you can hyzer flip a forehand.
Yes.
It's like, okay, now that I know how to hyzer flip and the angles that I need to throw these discs at and what disc to actually use.
If you're gonna hyzer flip on a forehand, get a sidewinder. Those things are insane.
I'll try it. I was gonna try it with the hatchet because that one is
No,
super flippy right now.
Actually, next time we get it out for a round, I'll bring the sidewinder with me and I'll let you hyzer flip that.
Okay. Didn't you say I should get one before? And you're like, I have a ton. I can just give you one.
Yes.
I'm gonna hold you into that one then.
Yeah, because I like the flex shot more than hyzer flip, so I prefer the overstable disc because I feel like I have more control over it, and with the flex, I know exactly where it's going to come down, and it helps with the accuracy. Where with the hyzer flip, it's just kind of like, oh, I'll get it out there, but I'm not sure where it's going to come down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it should come down to the right for you. It should finish right if you hyzer flip beforehand.
Sometimes. Other times, I don't know what happens.
Well, if you overturn it,
yeah,
it's just gonna keep going to the left.
Yeah.
If you throw it too flat, it's just gonna keep carrying left. So
yeah.
I don't know, man. We're learning.
Yeah.
I actually learned a lot so far in this series.
Yeah, like this whole season, like I learned so much, and then I reached out to different people. Like my backhand, actually, Jeremy Holke. I actually signed up for a lesson with him. Actually took me through the whole thing, and bam, he taught me how to backhand, how to do my walk up. Yeah.
I've been wanting to do those, but they've had them on like weekdays this year, right?
No, if you reach out to Jeremy, like if you message him, he'll set up a time for you.
Really?
Yeah.
What a nice guy.
Yeah, dude, and that's definitely a guy that you want to reach out to and learn a lot from because he knows his stuff pretty well. So
right now, it's my grip that I'm thinking I'm screwing up on. I think because give me one of these. I think when I grab them, I'm grabbing too much with my pinky.
Yeah, maybe.
And I kind of have this one out. So I'm thinking if I can just get it to where I'm not using my pinky finger as much. And then even Deshaun's like, put your thumb like more towards the center of the disc and you get more control over it. But it's such a weird grip for me because I'm not used to doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking if I can get a proper grip onto the disc, I'm going to get a better flight.
Yeah, definitely, because your grip translates that power.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a weak grip or it's off, then you lose all that power.
As another thing too, I don't know how tight I should be holding on to.
I hold mine pretty loose.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's all simple little tweaks.
That's another thing I learned this whole season is everybody's different. Like I was trying to copy like professional forms, like the pros, what they do, and then I kind of started learning that hey, my body's not like theirs, so I have to throw what's comfortable to me.
My body's not like theirs at all.
Yeah.
I got a lot more mass than every single pro on tour.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not working out for me. But that's the plan for the off season, dude. I'm gonna trim down.
Yeah. Get
in shape for next year for sure.
Yeah.
That's the plan. We'll see how well it goes. If I can drop 40, 50 pounds by next season.
There you go. And you'll be crushing discs out there like no problem.
I hope so. Might be able to up the speed on them because the best flight I get us off of a 9 or 10 speed disc.
Yeah, that's where I'm at is 9 and 10, and then like for the forehand, I cap off at 9.
Do you?
Yep.
I still throw the Boss and the Wraith. I think is a 12 speed. I think the Boss might be 12 or 13.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was gonna bring in my bags during the car.
I should have brought mine.
I know. We'll have to do that next time.
Yeah.
We'll do a
do
bag.
it in the bags session.
Yeah, we can do that next time. We'll stick to what we're doing right now with the point series.
Yeah.
So right now, that was event 2.
Event number 2. Yep.
All right, so
At this point, I was kind of discouraged. I'm thinking to myself, what am I doing? Is disc golf really what I want to be doing at this point?
I do that a lot, man. It's like that casual round that I did earlier in the week at Como. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, why do I keep doing it? Why do I keep punishing myself? I was not happy with that round at all. I felt terrible through it. I was like, I'm playing like shit. I stuck through it. I finished the course, and I was like, okay, 4 over. Not what I was going for, but a lot better than what I've been doing.
Yeah.
So even though I'm throwing horrible shots, like horrible drives, I still cleaned them up and got par on a lot of holes. Got a couple birdies. So I was like, even though it's the holes that I want a birdie, like hole 5 is I think the shortest hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been bogeying that thing, dude. I hit the first available tree, second tree upshot, or second shot, hit another tree.
Yeah.
And now I got to lay up for a bogey. And it's like, this is just... on the shortest hole, man, those are the ones that really test you.
Yeah, but also at the same time, you gotta kind of just take your medicine. Remember, there's a lot of holes left. I can always make it back. If you birdie the next couple holes, like within the next couple holes, guess what? You bounce back from that bogey.
Exactly. I didn't, but
yeah,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, because like that's something I noticed. Like in our division of MA3, is like a lot of guys like when they hit that bogey point, you just watch them mentally just tank, and they're done for the day. It's just like it's one bogey, big deal. Everyone's gonna have a blow up hole in our division because we're not up there. We're all still learning.
That's why I like watching the Pro Tour.
Yeah,
because you watch them go out of bounds on multiple out of bounds on the same hole. Next thing you know, they took a 7 on a par 4. And it's like, okay, they're mad. For sure they're mad. You can see them when they pick up their minis and shit or toss their putt. They're pretty pissed off about that. But then next hole, birdie, then birdie, birdie. It's like, okay, it's just, you got to reassess the situation and come back to it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What was the next one at?
The next one was at Bond for round 3.
I am starting to enjoy playing Bond.
That's like my favorite course.
I've done it so many times this year. I've done in Bond more this year than I have my entire career of playing.
The whole layout is pretty sweet because you go down the hill, up the hill, you go through woods, wide open spots.
You only go through
like everything.
The hills are only first 8.
Yeah.
And then you're done with hills. So if you can make it through 8 clean,
yeah,
you're having a good day.
Yeah.
Because those hills get rough.
Yeah, going up them is rough. Coming down is, I feel like going down is super easy.
Hole 4 used to haunt my dreams. When you pitch out of the woods, and then you got to go uphill, and then you go across the top of the hill to the basket, around another group of trees to the basket, and I think it's a par 4.
Yeah, it's a par 4.
Yeah. I was getting, I think I took a snowman on that quite a few times. Got an 8. And then I just gradually started knocking that down, taking a stroke off each time.
Yeah. You just break it down from stroke to stroke. Like, your first throw, your whole objective is get as high up the hill as you can. And then your second throw is get around that bend.
Yeah.
And then you're looking, then you have a look, and then you figure it out from there.
Yeah. The what I shoot for, at the top of that hill, there's a big tree with a park bench.
Yes.
That is what I shoot for. If you can get up to that, one, you cleared the entire hill, and you're back to flat.
Yeah.
Which is great, because that hill is so steep, you got no run up.
And then it sets you up for a beautiful hyzer forehand.
Yeah.
Get around that bend, just whoop.
No, just a hyzer flip for me. But lefty backhand for me, and it's just straight towards the next tree.
Constantly forget you're a lefty.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
It's my greatest achievement. Because it throws everybody off.
Yeah, I get so confused when you're about to throw, and it's just like, wait, what?
Why is he standing backwards? No, it's awesome, man. I love it. But so Bond Lake, I shot 17 over, which is not great. Tied for 43rd. Not great. No birdies. Couple double bogeys. Actually, no. Hole 6, I took a 6 on. That's a par 3. So that was the worst one. I went OB though. I did go OB because I try a roller on six, a backhand roller on six. So I've had it work out for me a couple times
Yeah.
to where I get it to cut perfectly and it just rides straight with the tree line, and then it'll roll out to the right, and I'm at the gap
Yeah.
for a nice shot to the pin.
Let me guess, it hooked right into the woods?
Yep.
Oh.
Yes, it did. And then out from there is just a nightmare because you're too close to the trees and you got to flex the one out wide. And
Your best option is just to pitch back out to the fairway and just pick it up from there. Like,
Yeah.
there's no use of trying to keep going forward.
yeah, no, it's way too thick, and it's once you're next to those trees too, some of them that are like starting to get overgrown, you got no ceiling now.
Yeah.
So if you want to throw with the trees, it's virtually
Yeah.
impossible.
The tomahawk is officially gone at that point. Like,
Everything
you
is
can't even
gone.
tomahawk out. It's just, you're better off just turn around, take your medicine, pitch up to the fairway,
Mhm.
and just go on from there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Another one I took a 6 on was 17. I don't think I went out of bounds.
Oh, so my 17? Okay, so
No, I didn't go out of bounds. Oh no, I did. I went over the road. I went over the roadway. I threw a forehand. It didn't come back.
yeah. So 17. So I hit the first available tree right off the tee.
Oh wow.
It was a nightmare. And then I just remember I grabbed my glory. I forehanded. I threw it out over the water. And I'm like, oh, this isn't coming back. Like, I was starting to wave goodbye to it. A gust of wind came, pushed the disc back into play, and then it landed right underneath the pin. So I was able to par out.
Wow.
I was like, oh my god, that was so lucky.
That's very lucky.
Yeah. Because
So-
from where I was pinched off from the rest of the fairway. I had no other option but to go over the water.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, well, this sucks.
I actually started doing that off the tee instead of with a backhand shot for me.
Yeah.
I'll pick something a little overstable and I'll rip a hyzer around that tree
Yeah.
towards the water. And it actually isn't that bad, but I don't get enough distance to have a great second shot. I'm
Yeah.
usually pinched off with the second shot. But I think I did that during the Bond Lake Open where I went hyzer over the water, then again hyzer over the water.
Yeah.
And it worked out well for me.
Yeah, it's probably a pretty good line for lefties because I imagine going the normal route that everyone goes where you shoot over the road and
those-
have it come back.
You got all those tiny little pine trees
Yeah.
that are there.
Yeah. I just normally launch up high and hope for the best.
That's another way to play it. I didn't do that bad. I mean, 17 is terrible. I've gotten my best round at Bond Lake, I think, is 6 over.
Yeah.
So
That's actually pretty good.
that's very good
Yeah.
for MA3 division.
Yeah.
6 over is good.
So for that round, I came in 23rd with a 10 over par. Like, I was super pumped when I seen 10 over, and everyone on my card's like, dude, how come you're so pumped up? I'm like, guys, you don't understand. Like, the last time I played this course was my very first tournament ever playing in disc golf, and that was the Dying Disc Open last year.
Oh, okay.
And that one, I went 35 over par on my first round, and then it was like another 20-something over on the second round.
Oh, you did you cleaned it up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That was the first time, that was within like the first 2 weeks of me ever picking up a disc. I went for that tournament.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I played any tournaments that early on playing.
Yeah, so plus 10, I was so pumped up. I remember my cards all confused. It's like, guys, you don't understand.
Small victories, man. That's
Yeah.
what we're shooting for. All right. Hang on a second. I want to turn this fan off because I'm actually cold.
Yeah, temperature got cold.
And I'm back.
Ta-da!
Did you miss me? No.
I missed you so much.
Went so far. Do you want a drink, man?
No, I'm good.
Really?
Yeah, I'm good.
I got water.
I'm good.
I'm gonna have a drink. 'Cause I'm thirsty.
You're working hard. Get a drink.
I'm gonna have a beer actually at 9:40 in the morning. Start my day off. All right. Actually, the best score at Bond for this point series was 1 under.
Who is that by?
Chris Higgins.
Oh, no surprise. That's his course.
Fucking Chris Higgins, man.
Dude, he's so freaking good.
And Aaron Wright, who's been crushing it this year too, he got 2 over par.
Yeah, him and Chris have been going back and forth each round for point series.
Yeah, I'm actually very, very happy for Aaron because when I played with him, I don't know if don't remember if it was late last year I played with him first, or if it was just the beginning of the year at the Spring Fling. But he was not that good.
Yeah,
I didn't think unless he was just having an off day.
he really.
He seemed pretty new to it,
Yeah,
but he
put everything together this year.
researches everything. He practices a lot. He's
Yeah.
out there doing the work, and it's paying off for him because he's been leading in points this entire year.
Yeah, him and Chris. Yeah, I play league with Chris like every week. That dude's so freaking good, so consistent.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
I wish I could play leagues more. I just don't have the time. I'm at work when they go down.
Yeah.
So second shift during the week is rough, but I've been at a couple. I did the only one I've been doing was Monday Night League at Outwater. I did twice.
Yeah.
And actually won one.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, me and my partner, we went to playoffs and took a massive purse of $35.
Woo!
Crushed it.
It's better than my winnings of 0 this year.
That was the only one I think I've had this year. Yeah, like I said, this one here, that Turkey Day Basket Banger, that was a doubles. I met up with, it was at Pinewoods Park. I didn't know half these guys that played.
Yeah.
Like I went to school with half of them, and I didn't know that they played disc golf at all
That's pretty cool.
until I got into that event. It's like a private event. They started it with just family and friends, and it's been growing and growing every year since they started it. So what they did was you take one of your discs. He's got a big old bag, and you take one of your discs and you throw it in that bag,
And
then whoever grabs your disc is your partner. So I ended up playing with a friend of mine, Cody, who I didn't know played, and that kid can putt.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's slamming in 35, 40 fucking footers like all the time.
That's
so
pretty cool.
me and him dominated.
Yeah.
Because it's Pinewoods Park, man.
Yeah.
It's my backyard. It's his backyard. It's all of our backyards.
Yeah. Because we all live right by it.
Yeah. So I was at that course like every week.
Yeah.
A couple times a week playing that course. It's just great for practicing your up shots.
That course I struggle at so much. I either overshoot the baskets every time or I'm hitting first available. There's no in between.
It's rough sometimes.
Yeah.
Those trees get you there.
Yeah, like my best result for league this year was a neg 3. I thought that was gonna be really good. No, it's at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
I got my neg 11.
Oh, there you go.
That course is my best there.
Yeah.
So I shot double digits, baby. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
I was actually hoping for the last event to stay out of double digits over par. Didn't work out either. I was close.
Yeah.
I was close, but not
We'll
great.
get to that one. That one is a good one.
Yeah, we're not there yet. Right now we're on number 4.
Which is ECP.
That one I crushed. I still didn't do as good as I planned on doing, though. I wanted to be like 5 under,
Yeah.
which is high expectations, but that was my best round ever shot there was 5 under par.
Yeah.
So I was hoping to get close to that. I would have settled for 2. 2 under par would have been great.
Yeah.
Which I was at 2 under par. And then I just played dumb on hole 18.
Yeah.
I went to do, I took the Heiser route, backhand Heiser route, over the pathway. And I just wanted to cut away all the trees.
Never came back.
Never
in.
came back.
Dang.
Went out of bounds.
Yeah. You got to watch my 18. It wasn't the prettiest. That just summed up my whole day I was
Hit
having.
like every tree, every shot.
Yeah, it was, yeah. That whole round, it was just, I hit the most random trees possible. That even some of the trees weren't even like in the area of where I was throwing. I'd still hit it. I was like, oh, well, this is going to be this kind of day.
It was all right. I mean, it definitely puts you in perspective on things
Yeah.
at Ellicott Creek. Because, yeah, if you can get through clean through those trees,
Yeah.
sometimes you think it's a miracle, but it gets into your head.
Yeah.
But where was I?
Yeah. It didn't help that like the few days before that point series was league up there on
okay.
Thursday. That's when Thursday Night League was at ECP. And I crushed like a solid round, and I was pumped up. Like oh, dude, I'm gonna win this. So
What'd you throw during league?
I think it was like a neg 3.
That's great.
Yeah. So, I mean, so I was pumped up. I was excited. And I walked into the point series. Oh, I'm going to win this. No problem. Yep. Right from the first throw of on the T1, it was nothing but misery.
I was in the field before we started, warming up my arm because I knew that I needed to, I needed to warm up somehow. I don't like doing practice putts.
Yeah.
Because usually when I practice my putting before an event, I don't make any putts.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is.
That's interesting.
If I go into the round without throwing any practice putts, then I'm making them.
Yeah. For practice putts, I normally if you go to a plastic basket, you're watching everyone warm up 30 footers. It's like, why? I just go within 10 feet and I just on repeat, just bang, bang, bang in. That way you build up the confidence and build up the whole mentality of, oh, it's going in.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm within 10 feet just.
Yeah, I'm one of those 30-foot guys.
Yeah. I always kind of laugh at those guys because it's like, come on, guys. You guys are setting yourselves up for failure.
Because that's where I land.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to land on a normal shot. So it's like I got to keep practicing these 30-footers and get them in.
By putting yourself with the 10 feet, it puts your body on autopilot. So those 30-footers will feel like 10 feet. And your body will just naturally just shoot right in.
It's a good mindset. I'm going to have to try to do that.
That's what Eagle does. That's where I learned that from. He warms up always 10 feet. His practices, always 10 feet. That's all he practices. And then he says the longer shots, your body's on autopilot, and it just does it.
All right. Okay, Eagle. I'm going to have to try that out now. Because I can do it in the yard here all the time.
Yeah.
30 foot in my backyard, it seems super easy.
Yeah. But then once the tournament comes around, those 30-footers, for whatever reason, it's like, ah!
Why. Totally different baskets, too.
Yeah.
I think I got one of those old single chains, real deep dish on them.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of basket it is.
I think Discraft is coming out with a new basket for next year. I wonder if any of our courses are going to switch over to their new one.
Would be nice because some of them definitely need to be upgraded.
Oh, definitely.
There's a few of them that the baskets are torqued to the, they're leaning,
sinking down deeper.
They're bent.
Yeah.
Which one was it? It's pretty fucked up. It might have been at I think a tree fell on it or something, so the whole top band is cocked sideways.
Huh.
That one might have been replaced right now. I think it was at Outwater. 8 or 9 or something like that. One of them.
Yeah.
It's got a little tweak to it.
Yeah, I try and avoid Outwater as much as possible because that's a sore course for me.
I love Outwater Park though. I really do. All right, well, point series event number 4, Ellicott Creek. I finished even.
Should have been what, -2?
It should have been -2. Which still I was tied for 8th at even. So if I was -2, I would have been 6th place. I would be the only one. I'd be solo 6th.
Yeah. What did I do? Oh, I know I was towards the bottom. I went +5. Oh, yeah.
I tied with Chris Higgins, actually.
Ooh.
Take that, Chris.
Yeah, +5, and yeah, that was a miserable day for me.
Well, hole 1 started out in a miracle for me because I shanked my forehand directly into the ground, but I made a 60-foot putt for birdie.
Yeah.
On hole 1. I was like, okay. I'm confused.
Yeah.
Is this how this round's going to go? Am I going to just be lucky on my putts or what's happening? But it was up and down the whole round.
Yeah. First 3 holes for me, I had a look at birdie, easy putts, 20-footers. Mm-hmm. Shanked them.
I bogeyed hole 2.
I was like, oh my god.
So hole 1, I slam in a monster fucking putt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And the hole 2, bogey. It's okay. I was up and down all round. But I took a birdie on 12. I took a birdie on 15, 16, 17. Those ones are must-gets.
Yeah.
And 12's kind of difficult to birdie. If you make it through those trees, across the pathway, that's a good shot. If you can get it over the path, fantastic shot.
Yeah.
And then it's pretty much a tap-in fucking par. Or tap-in birdie.
Yeah.
If you could do that. So I had a great shot. And then, like I said, 18, I took a 5 on 18. Just
18, I took
out of bounds.
Yeah, 18, I took a 4. It was just, and then 17, I didn't make the island.
I didn't realize how open it is on the right side of 18.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I realized that after I tried shooting a forehand through the middle like I always do, and then like I watched my card mates go wide to the right.
Yeah.
I was kind of questioning it. I kind of looked over that way. I'm
It's
like, I
so
never thought of
open.
that.
Yeah, because I usually try to flex something up the middle as well.
Yeah,
Or then I started doing that hyzer flip over the out of bounds pathway,
yeah,
which that's a questionable shot. You got to get it perfect,
yeah.
otherwise you're going OB.
Or you hit the telephone pole. I've watched a lot of people do that.
Yep. So now that I know that the right side is that
Yeah.
open, my forehand goes straight through that, and it's perfect.
Yeah,
So that's what I did my last casual rounds there, and I'm like, okay, this is much easier. I'm not getting it there for a birdie,
yeah,
but it's an easy par.
yeah.
So hole
Yeah,
18.
I haven't been to ECP since the point series just because I got all ECP'd out because I played it on like repeat week after week for league because we were there
Yeah.
for 8 weeks and now we're at Pinewoods for 8 weeks. So I think Scott was saying next year that we're going to be doing like 2 weeks at one course, 2 weeks at another, and keep moving around so we don't
Okay.
get burnt out of one course.
I like it when it's always at the one course though, because then you just got to keep beating yourself.
Yeah,
You know, keep
but at the
doing
same
better and
time,
better.
you get bored of it and get burnt out. And it's like, all right,
I don't have that problem, guys. I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah,
I play Ellicott Creek all the time. I love it. Where did I just go?
it's
Oh, here
it's
it
a
is.
it's a good course. Definitely needs some updates to it. Tee pads have fallen apart completely.
Yeah, there's like
Basket's gotta get redone, and then that whatever they're trying to build was on hole 10.
they're building a 3-tier island,
That's
like
gonna
with bricks and shit.
yeah, that'll be pretty cool when that's all done. But
It will be. And I asked like where the pin placement's going to be on that island because right now it's like off to the left side of it.
yeah,
So but they are going to center it into the middle of it, which I think is great. But at the same time, that tree that's right there with that really
Yeah.
big low limb, that's going to have to go away or get trimmed up.
Yeah.
Because if that's there, I don't know how you're making that island.
yeah,
Because I know for some events, they're going to make it a strict island. Like everything outside is probably going to be OB.
yeah,
And so I don't.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling that's what they're going to do.
yeah.
But I like the far pin placement that they have right now in the woods.
Yeah,
on the
the
other side
10?
on the other side of the road.
Yes, because
Love
I love that too because it's a forehand flex shot for me,
Mhm.
and the way that the disc comes back out for the flex, I land right on the road, just boop.
Yeah, I land right before the road,
Yeah,
and I'm like, I didn't even know that I was throwing that far on this hole because I never had to before.
yeah,
Never had to overthrow that far, and I didn't even like consider it. But I'm like, yeah, I'm landing like at that roadway, and just a pitch in that little gap there for a par.
yeah.
So I like it, and I like hole 7 how they had that tucked into the woods as well.
Yes.
That's a great hole that way.
I just don't like on how like that they gotta widen up the fairway when you come around those trees.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's like it's almost too thin. It's just to the point where it's like
it's very
good
tight.
luck- yeah.
Well, they
good
want
luck.
you to shoot that the gap in the middle there with
Yeah.
all the brush, all the thorns and everything. They want you to go probably that gap maybe,
Maybe.
which I cannot make that gap.
Neither can I.
It's very tight. I don't know, man. It's
Yeah. If they want us to go
it's a
around,
lose-win
yeah, if
situation.
they want us to go around, they should trim out some of the high grass
Mhm.
and kind of extend the OB a little bit wider. That way you can actually make it around
A couple
all
feet
that.
at least.
Yeah.
You know, I thought they were going to do that. Well, that's what made me worried about it. I was going to do Clash at the Creek because that's a fun event, and they had like two or three extra holes on that event. But what they normally do, the OB with the tall grass on like every single hole
Yeah.
is usually very tight.
Yeah.
Like even hole 5, which is normally a wide open shot, but they'll have the fairway pretty narrow with the tall grass. You can't land in that at all. It's all
Yeah.
OB. That's usually how they do it. And it was making me nervous, but
Yeah.
I had to back out of the event anyways.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, anytime there's a tight gap coming like towards like where your disc is gonna land, that's when I start like having a hard time with it because it's just like I don't have the accuracy down just yet. Like I got the power, but the accuracy part we're still working on that.
hole 16, the island hole forever
Yeah,
down the hill.
I've made it that one time during league. Otherwise, I cannot make it.
Yeah, I can spike a forehand down there to where it's maybe 15 away from the basket.
Yeah.
So I got that one down pretty good.
Yeah.
That's in my book for an ace run.
Yeah. It got to the point where, like, for league, I was, like, just dead perfect for putts from the drop zone because I always missed the island. So it got to the point where I'd save par just because I could just putt perfectly from the drop zone.
That's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Drop zone's like what, 40, 45?
For league, it was about 35. And then
35.
for the point series, I was a little bit thrown off because when I went to the drop zone for the point series, it was a little extra further. I think it was like 45 feet.
Okay.
And that, like, I went to go putt, and I was short. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I always make it. And then that's when we realized that the drop zone for point series was further back than it was for league. So I was like, oh, that makes sense.
It does. I think I made it. Oh, yeah, I said I birdied it.
Yeah.
It's good, man.
Yeah, that was a good round for you.
That was my best round.
That was a terrible round for me.
Like, I did good at Outwater, first event.
Yeah.
And then last two. Then I'm so glad I played that good there because that's the one that kept me in the list for making the cut.
Yeah.
And then we go to event number 5, the last one for points
Yes.
at Emery Park.
My favorite, like, this course, I'd seen this course earlier in the year, and I loved it since I played it
I don't know
that
why.
time through.
I mean, it is fun
Oh, it's such a blast.
casually.
Tournaments is even better. Like,
I don't know.
for that tournament, like, so that tournament was Tree Direction when it was out there. It was like
Okay, yeah.
month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. My first round was complete trash. Like, I did so bad. Then I got put on like a girls card because the MA3 like split in a weird way, and then a couple girls dropped out or something like that.
Okay.
So the girls needed more players so they could play their second round. So me and another guy got put on their card. Those girls carved up that course and taught me that it's not about how far you throw. It's about picking your shots and knowing where to go from shot to shot. Because my first round, I was just trying to gun it as far as I could, get to my disc and gun it again. The girls actually showed me that, no, it's about being accurate and being decisive
Yeah,
with
shot
your
placement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you basically just go from this shot, okay, now it opens up this angle for my next shot. And then I watched them put together this whole course, and I just kind of started like, oh, maybe if I tried doing that, it works.
Yeah.
It works.
You wonder why, like, these girls that don't throw as far as you are beating you in points and scoring
Yes.
every single event. And it definitely puts you in perspective because they throw from the same tees. We don't really have any red tees around in a lot of these courses.
Yeah.
Well, like, we do, but they're marked with, like, bricks and paint.
Yeah. Emery's got red marked. Like,
Yeah.
for Tree Direction, they were marked off, so they were throwing from different spots than me and the other guy were. But it was just so interesting and just, like, so mind-blowing just watching them, like, be so precise with, okay, I need this shot to land kind of in this area, so it opens up this shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I even asked them, like, how are you guys doing this? And the one girl's like, dude, you literally just got to break it down from shot to shot. You're not looking at the whole fairway as a whole, but just from shot to shot.
Yeah. That's what my friend Deshaun would say, high percentage shots.
Yeah.
You gotta start doing those. Like, pick the best outcome for the shot that you have.
Yep.
Go for the best outcome that it can be.
Yeah.
So, I've yet to put that into my mind.
Yeah.
I keep trying to. And then another saying that I learned this year that I keep trying to do is, like, you just play the course and beat the course.
Yep.
Don't compete.
Yeah, you're not competing against anybody else. Like, that was another thing I learned. Like, in the beginning of the year, I would walk into a tournament, I look at the list, okay, I gotta beat this guy, I beat this guy, I should beat this guy, I'm better than him. And at the end of the round, I'd be, like, way behind and be like, what the heck happened?
Yeah.
And then that's when I learned that, hey, you know what? It doesn't matter what anyone else does. All that matters is what I'm doing,
Yep.
which shot to shot. That's it.
That's why I keep trying to just shoot for par.
Yeah.
I mean, the courses are parred that way. Well, except for Como, which we didn't get into that aspect of it. Como Park, I don't think is parred correctly. The holes are very, very long for par 3. It's like 430
Yeah,
for a
like
par 3.
hole 8 on that one. I question that. It's like
Long.
it's a par 3, and it's like that should probably be a par 4.
Very, very tight. It's very overgrown right now.
Yeah.
It's difficult. But it's difficult right now.
Yes.
Next year it might not be as difficult. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how much I get to play it. So, Emery Park, I shot 12 over, which is probably about average for my rating. So my rating went down from that 820. I at 819, and my rating shot 834.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Not too bad. Like I said, I tried to stay out of double debt. Towards like the back nine and everything, I know I'm not really coming back from this.
Yeah.
Because I had the front nine was rough, dude. I took a 6 on hole 1, which is par 5. So I took a bogey, then a par, bogey. Then I took a birdie on hole 5, cleaned it up, getting better.
There you go.
Double bogey. Oh no, not double. There's no doubles. Yes, there is. Hole 6 was a bogey, 7 bogey. Hole 8 I took another birdie, and then hole 9 another bogey. So it's like I made it through.
Yeah.
I made it through.
You survived.
I survived. Not clean, but I fought through it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, just stay out of double digits.
Which is good. I mean, most people were just like giving up, and I seen it like as because my card was later. So I was able to see guys coming off like that when they finish, and they just look defeated. And it's just like, well, I could tell you gave up after you messed up a few times.
It's rough. Plus, I don't think I've played that course. I played it maybe twice.
Yeah.
Like a year ago.
Yeah, that's a course where you need to be like get a couple rounds in for practice, just so you know what
actively
to look
play
for.
that round. Hole 15. I took a 7 on. That's a par 4.
Oof.
That was my worst hole. Everything else was, well, I took a double bogey on 10.
I took a bogey on 10 just because I went OB.
I don't remember.
So I flexed the forehand and I landed pin deep.
Oh, I might have, yeah.
Yeah, so I flexed the forehand perfectly, went pin deep, and I watched it come down by the basket. And I thought, oh, okay, I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Walked up towards the basket. Turns out my disc rolled all the way OB.
Oh.
So I was like, fudge, that sucks.
This is the only thing that made me mad about the out of bounds there.
It was confusing.
It wasn't really. I mean,
because like where I went OB, there was a painted line. Then further back were flags. But if you look at the description of the OB, it says painted lines with flags. Mm-hmm. So we took a picture and I did a provisional and we asked about it at the end. And they're like, oh no, that was OB because of the paint. And then that's when me and Chris Higgins were like, it doesn't make sense because the description says painted lines with flags. So there's the line with flags and there was a line of paint. And then there was also multiple other lines of paint from different tournaments. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, which one's the OBs, which one's not? What
made me mad about one, I can't remember what hole this is. You might be able to figure it out. There's creek bed right behind the basket. And it's like maybe 1.5 feet, 2 foot drop from flat into the creek.
Okay, so that's the one where you shoot out and you're bend around, the fairway goes that way, and then you go up a hill and then down, and the basket's down towards the creek. It's probably...
There's a couple of them that way. There was no log there.
Yeah.
I wish I could see the map right now. I might be able to... Let's go on UDisc and see if I can
Yeah, I was going to say UDisc. If you pull that up, that should have the...
Because it... they had paint there on top of the... to mark the OB.
Yeah.
On top of where it's flat. But I mean, did you really have to paint there? It's kind of obvious if you're in the creek bed. I mean, it's pretty much dry in there.
Yeah.
If you're in there, that's OB. If you would have landed flat outside of the creek bed, it should have been safe.
Yeah.
Which I landed safe in my book, but it was just on the other side of the paint.
Yeah.
It's like, so that's what bothered me the most. Okay. Do you have to create a scorecard to look at the map on UDisc? Because that's the only way I know how to do it. Let's go to 10, because I think it might have been 10.
I think it was 15. 10 is the one where
No,
I
10's
went.
at the road.
Yeah, 10 is that's when I went out of bounds. I think it might have been 15. If I'm thinking about it right. Because 15, you finish down by the creek. 16, you walk up by the playground and tee off back that way. 17 has the hill, because that's the super long one. 18, you finish out.
I don't see a creek on the map at 15.
15 would be in the long position that we played at.
Yeah, but I don't see a creek on the map.
Oh. Because I remember there being a creek right there.
Let's go back here.
Because I shanked my first shot off that tee. I ended up by like the rundown pavilion that was off to the right. That had like the water pump in it. And then I remember I flexed the forehand perfectly down there, and like we lost sight of it because as it was flying, because it went down the hill and everything. And then when we walked up towards the pin, it was like right there, and then like that was a pitch in for par. But I remember like I was so close to the creek, like a little bit further, and that would have been OB into the water. But I think that's the only one where the creek is. Or are you talking about the really long one that went up by the road? And then the pin was down by the creek. Because there's a really weird long one that's by the road, where everyone was shooting off the tee and bouncing off the road coming back into play. The fairway's shaped so weird.
No, not that. Man, I should have remembered. I should have took a mental note of this. It could have been 15. Now that I zoomed out of the map.
Yeah.
Could have been 15. I just don't... I mean, it was very obvious if you landed in the creek bed that you were OB.
Yeah.
You did not need to paint an OB line there. Yeah. They do that at Bond Lake sometimes, too. At like hole 8 and 9 up on top of the ridge.
Yeah.
Clearly, if you're off the ridge, it's out of bounds.
Well...
I understand the paint lines for safety aspects of it. Yeah. They don't want you, I understand that. But if you're going to paint a line for that reason, paint a straight line. Don't go around foliage and logs and stuff. Because they did that at Bond Lake where it's a painted line and then it would dip around like a log or something.
Yeah.
And then continue. Well, I just landed on that log. Okay, if you would have went straight with the OB and the ridge line, I would have been safe.
Yeah.
So whoever paints the lines, you're determining technically who goes OB or not.
Yeah.
And it's fair for a lot of people because they throw better, but I mean,
yeah,
that one unlucky tree kick, and you could have still been safe. It's like, oh, awesome, but no, somebody painted the line all squiggly through here, and now you're out of bounds. So that happened to me there. That's the only thing that really bothered me.
Yeah.
Playing at Emory. Other than that, I think I had a pretty solid round.
Yeah. I would say so. Not bad for only playing it, once in the last 2 years?
I never play it.
Yeah.
So 12 over at Emory Park. I try to stay out of double digits. Next year, I think I'll be able to.
Yeah. So I went +4. So, good. Yeah. I was clean after, like, the first couple holes. First couple holes, I was so pumped up because, like, I got my backhand. I finally figured it out. Mm-hmm. Now I can really rip on it. So, like, I was rushing all my tee shots. And Chris, like, seeing that, Chris Higgins, and he's like, dude, slow down. I know you're amped up.
Yeah.
So, slow down. And then after I slowed down, that's when I just started just slamming out par after par. And then had a nice bird run towards the end. So, it was pretty good.
I had a great shot on 18 with that hatchet. Heiser flipped it perfectly straight through. Landed flat in the middle of the fairway, and second shot right to the trees. That whole 18 is beautiful there. I love the pin placement there, where you just have a ring of trees right around the pin, and it's beautiful. You just throw right up to those trees, and you have a tap-in birdie.
Yeah, I almost
you make it there.
Yeah, I almost took a bird on that because I flexed the forehand, got pretty deep, and then I flexed a approach shot. And, like, I couldn't see the basket from my angle. Like, Chris went up there to kind of see what was going on. And he said I just barely missed, like, the cage. Mm-hmm. He said I just, like, grazed it and just missed it. So I had a nice little tap in for par. But I
would have had a tap in for par because I laid up right outside the trees and straddle putt for par. I don't know what happened, dude.
The brain malfunction.
I pulled it. I completely missed the basket through the trees, and so I had a little tap in for a bogey.
Yeah, every once in a while the brain malfunctions.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I was playing with Brian. He like slapped me on the back. He's like, "What happened there, buddy?" Like, I don't know, dude. I'm done. It was hole 18. And I'm over it now. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It would have been
I
great.
like playing with Brian. Like,
Brian's awesome.
Yeah, the amount that he knows about the game is just mind-boggling.
Plus, he plays with like a lot of discs. He loves his trilogy plastics.
Yes, I love trilogy too.
The MVP Circuit Challenge. He plays with all those discs. That's what he uses. So
he's got very unique shots too.
Yeah, you see his Wahoos.
Yes.
Somehow he has like overstable Yahoos that he flexes.
And then sometimes, like when he needs a gap, he'll actually throw it like a forehand, but have it flipped upside down where it flies straight and bounces and then goes where it needs to. The craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yep. And his tomahawks are on point too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah.
I play with Brian. I've played with him a lot this year.
Yeah, I play with him every week at league.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So now we're coming up to the finals.
Yep.
At Royalton Ravine.
I've only played that once.
So have I. Are you ready for it?
It's a tight wooded course, so I know I'm going to struggle. It's like a pine woods. Anywhere where it's a tight woods, I struggle because I can't use my power.
It is 2 rounds. I'm going to be.
Oh, it is going to be 2 rounds?
It's 2 rounds, I believe. And after the first round, though, there's another cut.
Oh, I'll probably be the first cut.
So we'll see how it goes. I mean, if it is, we'll just go and get some fucking food after if we both get cut. But I mean,
yeah, I probably will because if I play it like I do at Pinewoods, I'll definitely be the first one cut.
I shot my first and only time there. I shot 7 over.
I stopped counting after I played my first couple holes. I stopped counting because I couldn't stop hitting trees. So I'm like, ugh.
It's fun though. I do enjoy that park. I liked the layout. I liked how easily it was to access to the next tee.
Yeah.
The signs, the arrows around made it very easy to follow through it.
But you're a lefty, so you get to use a forehand the whole day if you want to.
A lot of forehands for me, yeah.
It's all backhand for me. So it's like I have no power control for backhand, so all I know is just high power rips, and it's not going to work too well in there.
Try a mid-range then.
That I disc down, like even with putters, and I still oversend them. It's like, oh, good lord.
You'll figure it out. Well, you got it now, because guess what? You made the cut.
Is it official?
You are in the finals. Let's see where you are at. You beat me. I just made the cut off. I just made the cut. This one guy, his name's like all in black. I'm assuming he's out. But, because it says 32 people are picked for the finals. And I'm like 31st.
As of before Emory, like I was like 3 spots below the cut line. I was
you are up in there now, buddy. You are.
Thank God to my Emory finish.
You are 9 from the bottom. Your total points are at 86.
Sweet.
So you got.
I'm tied with Brian.
20. You got 28 points there for Emory Park.
Yeah, if I didn't pull at 28, I would have been screwed.
No, I think you still would have made it.
I don't know.
Because there's a few guys in there that took like 3 points, 4 points, 9 points at Emory Park. So if you would have, double digits on those points, I think you still would have made the cut.
Oh, wow. Chris is in 3rd. And then Aaron and then Craig.
Yeah, crushing it, dude.
Wow. That's like, even if we don't, like, even if we get cut, I still want to hang out and watch those 3 battle out.
Yeah, we could probably do that.
That would be insane. That would be nuts.
We could just walk with their car and be like, Aaron, you want me to caddy for you?
Yeah, Chris, guess what? I'm caddying for you if I get cut. Just so you know. I'll carry your bag.
We'll figure it out. I hope I don't get cut. I'm gonna go slow. Try to play a solid round.
I just hope I don't lose any discs. Because the one time I did go there, there's a shot where you got to aim out towards like the ridge, and it's supposed to come back in. None of my discs ever did, and I just kind of waved them goodbye. So I got
to walk down there and find it.
No, I just didn't even attempt it. It was just like, I
didn't lose any discs. I was nervous on. Was it like hole 16 maybe. No. It's earlier than that. I
Just-
forgot you shoot out of the woods, and then I think you go back into the woods.
Yeah.
You shoot like towards the pond,
Yeah.
and then the basket goes around the other side of it. I was nervous about that one. I think 18 as well too. You gotta shoot around the pond as well.
Yes, 18. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I actually have a backhand this time. I might actually be able to make it.
Might be.
I sent 2 glories in there the one day. Like, I literally lost half my bag, but the first time I played there.
Yeah, you're not getting in there.
No.
You're not finding them because all those reeds that
Yeah.
are grown up around that pond.
Yeah.
You're not getting in there.
So
to find 'em.
that's kind of what kind of just cut the whole Royalton thing off my list. Like, shit, avoid that if I can. Lost half my bag there.
We'll make it. We'll make it through. There I go again though. Like setting some high expectations,
Yeah.
but I think we'll find.
I'm gonna be laughing the whole time because I'm gonna be hitting tree after tree. It's gonna be funny.
I don't think it's that tight. I will be mad though on that short hole. What is it, like 7 maybe? It's like 100 and something stupid feet. All right, let's go to you, Disc. Because first time there, dude, I did take a bogey, I think, on it.
Actually, I wonder if I did record my score the one time I played there. I don't know if I did or not. I can't remember. So I went with Sully. I remember that much. He crushed it pretty good, and I couldn't figure it out. It's crazy when you scroll through your U-Disc on how many rounds you've actually played. Okay, Royalton, here we are. Oh, actually, I didn't do too bad, I guess.
I don't think I have that on here no more. Let's see.
I went
here.
+8, but how many of those were without rethrows, though? I guarantee I probably rethrew everything.
Hole 4 is pretty short. That's 247. Hole 8 maybe? Hole 8's 226. Hole 7's 210. It might be hole 7.
Hole 11's 179.
That's got to be it. That's got to be it. It's like,
For whatever reason, I remember that there's a basket up on a hill. I remember that much.
yeah, I like that. I like that hole. I know which one you're talking about there because I thought the hill dropped off on the side, but it's not. It just
Yeah.
kind of gradually goes down. So that one is not as scary as it looks when you come up to it because it's pretty flat there still.
Well, apparently I
But
went
it's got to be.
+8.
It's got to be hole 7. Hole 11 at 179 feet.
Yeah.
That's an ace hole. It's set up perfectly for just a hyzer shot for me, backhand hyzer right to
Yeah.
the basket. I think I hit a tree and then I overshot, or I overshot first shot and then hit a tree second shot. I'm like, how am I taking a fucking bogey
Yeah.
on a hole that's under 200 feet? That hurts.
No, what hurts is each week at league when I think I should be doing good at Pinewoods, and yet it's a struggle fest for me every single week. That's when it's like, really?
I think if I played Pinewoods and every week, I would just start dominating there.
Yeah. For whatever reason, I do worse and worse and worse. It's like, oh.
Well, next, I want to do a challenge. I want to get a group of 4 of us. It'd be me, you, I'm thinking maybe Anthony and another guy.
Bag swap?
Not a bag swap yet. I'm not ready for a bag swap. I'm not that versed with other discs.
Never mind. That's what makes it funny.
True. I want to do a one disc putter challenge at Pinewoods Park. So you get to pick one of your putters, and that's all you throw.
Okay.
Just the one disc. And we'll see who wins. Winner take all. I'll have a prize.
What if you putt with a driver?
No. Nice try.
That's
I do know people that do or have.
Yes, that happened to me during the point series at Bond. I had a guy in my card that drove with a Zeus, used the same Zeus for approach, and then used the same Zeus for putting. He just played one disc,
Okay.
and he destroyed me. It was aggravating. It's like, dude, this should not be working like this.
That helps though. He knows how that disc works.
Yeah. He
So
literally
that
just
helps.
played that. He had a backpack with just that one disc in it.
I actually think Deshaun told me he used to just use a destroyer
Yeah.
and he would putt with the destroyer.
It's just mind-boggling. It's like, how do you have that much touch on a disc where you can just approach, do the little
Well, if
flicks
you
in there?
throw it with every shot, you know how it works.
Yeah, it's like, good lord.
Yeah. It's a great aspect to go for it. I mean, it's something I would do with like a mid.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, not a driver, but I
Nice
would take
little
like
EMAC Truth.
a pig or something. I don't know,
Yeah, EMAC
because
Truth.
that's a putt approach type of disc. So
Yeah,
something like that, or maybe like a runway.
or Savior.
We could do this all day, dude.
Yeah,
Throw it about
all
there.
trilogy, trilogy all day.
I don't know. These are all the ones here that I don't throw anymore.
Yeah, I got a nice collection in my basement of discs
This
I
is
don't throw.
you're looking at them all without what's in my bag. That's all I got.
Oh,
I got my bag and then all these ones here.
I got a massive rack in my basement just full of discs.
Like a lot.
I went through 2 months of buying a disc, try it, didn't like it, down in the basement. Literally 2 months straight. That's how I figured out my bag.
How much did you throw it before you decided you didn't like it though?
A week worth of field work days,
Okay.
and didn't fly right. So I was just like, yep, no.
Well, it didn't fly right for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pick you through your collection.
Yeah, that's why when people are like, "Hey, do you have?" It's like, "Yeah, got a bunch of it. Want one here?"
I'll try them out. I keep looking on Lone Star to see when they're doing applications for team
Yeah.
members.
That should, I guess, from what that one guy was telling us, in October it's gonna open up.
Oh, okay.
But
I didn't
definitely
remember if
keep
he said September.
yeah, but definitely keep your eyes peeled. That'd be a good one.
It'll be nice. Something, you know. I was actually really considering dynamic.
Yeah,
That would be a good one to get into. But now that I'm starting to throw my trilogy plastics more,
yeah.
so I don't know.
Yeah.
What do I choose?
Just apply for it all and then pick
Apply
through
for it
there.
all. Can't apply for it all.
Yeah, you can. It's just a simple little form, and then if you get picked, then you decide
Well,
which
because
one you want to go
like
with.
dynamics, like you have to use
Trilogy
only.
Yep.
You have to use their bags only,
Yep.
dynamic bags, which I already have.
Or unless you have a player's bag like I do. Like my Ezra bag would be fine. Squash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I want a squash bag.
Yeah.
I like those bags. Okay, that's my questions pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, they don't want you being dynamic disc and throwing with like an Innova bag or
That makes sense.
yeah.
That makes sense. So like, okay, so squash would be in because it's like an independent type of bag. It's not labeled as any
Yeah.
disc. Okay, that's helpful. Other questions. Would I get in trouble if I threw any other discs?
I don't know.
Casually,
That's
casual round.
that's what I'm kind of wondering because like for my flicks I use a matrix which is MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Now if I were to ever go trilogy, like if I were to ever go dynamic disc or latitude or something, like would I get in trouble for occasionally using MVP but everything else is trilogy?
I think during an event. But like, how do you get in trouble?
Yeah.
Does someone have to report you? Like,
Yeah.
For us, we're not on Pro Tour.
Yeah.
We're an MA3 in a place where Pro Tour never comes. Yeah. So how would you get in trouble?
Yeah. And then for me, because like I'm on the Spartan Disc team, like I would have to have my Spartan Disc jersey, and then they'd have like Dynamic Disc or like Latitude 64 or whatever logo smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like a requirement. Like if you like are on like a disc shop team, like your first team, everything else, like you can have all other sponsors, but their logos like are going to be smaller.
Start looking like a fucking race car driver.
NASCAR driver.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
All these patches all over you. That'd be awesome. I got Pepsi on my shoulder. That'd be sweet, dude. Looking into it. It's something I want to do for next year. I think it will help me in a way to
motivate yourself.
Motivate myself and really focus on the discs and what they do.
Yeah.
Instead of jumping back and forth through
between different molds and everything.
Yeah, different molds, different plastics. And
that's why I went with Trilogy, because it like brought all selections down to just basic selections. Like I'm not looking through a billion different drivers. It's just whatever's on their page, and I choose which one's going to work best for my playing style.
Yeah. Okay. But see, I liked the discs that I've been using a lot this year are these ones, these Daredevils. So this is a mid-range. And this is one of the drivers, the Buffalo. Right.
That's pretty nice. I like the plastic feel.
I like them. The other ones I have in the bag that's in the car, they're softer. Those ones are harder. They have like flex performance plastic and grip performance.
I like this one because it's got buffalo on it.
Yeah, it's nice. This one here, so like most of them are 9 speeds.
Yes.
Until you get up into the bigger ones. This one's a 13, and they got 14 speeds as well. When you get to the higher speeds, I think there's a thing with the rim size.
Yes.
Like this rim is huge.
Yes. The higher your speed goes, the thicker the rim is.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't like how big that rim is.
Yeah, that's too big. Like I can't even get a comfortable forehand grip on that.
It's rough.
And then backhand, that still feels uncomfortable.
Because the ones that I normally would forehand, like Boss right here, still feels smaller than that one.
Yeah. Yeah. But even this is too big for me.
Really?
I don't like that.
I like those.
Yeah. The comfort level, like for me, it stops at like a 9.
Yeah.
Anything more than that, I don't like the feel of it.
I'm real comfortable with 9 speeds right now.
Yeah.
That's what I throw a lot is 9 and 10 speeds because I like the Beast.
Yeah.
As well, and that's a 10 speed.
Yeah.
But all right, man.
Cool.
Things to think about.
Yeah. I mean, we're wrapping up this season. It's going to be a pretty interesting off season.
Oh, you asked me what I'm doing next.
Yeah. What's your next event?
Next one, I'm going to the Gargoyle.
Dude, you're going to love it. I played out there I forgot the name of the tournament, but me and Chris Higgins went out there. Dude, that course is phenomenal.
I got in this I don't know if I'm doing it yet. I'm number 8 on the wait list. It's
Okay.
2023 Gargoyle Classic presented by Package My Bud. So I've never played the Gargoyle.
Phenomenal course.
Never been to Olean.
Those baskets are really nice. So the course, when you drive up to it, it's going to look kind of weird because you're going to go down like a factory. Like it's literally a road with just factories. And then you'll get to the end of the road and it looks really weird because you go over railroad tracks and then you enter into the park.
That's like every place down there, by the way.
Yeah. But so the course is like just disc golf. That back area is just disc golf course. So
Okay.
you're not going to have people just randomly running on the fairways. You're not going to have bicyclists randomly just walking, like pedaling their bikes through. No, it's
Nice.
just a disc golf area.
Nice.
Wear pants too, because they do
Oh,
have
of course.
posts up posted signs all over the place that there's text there with lime. So
Yeah. Anytime you're down in the southern tier.
yeah,
here,
I didn't
you're
think
going
about that, and I
pants.
wore shorts.
Yeah,
was a
no,
good time.
plus I got a new bug spray that's for ticks,
Nice.
so I use that shit now too.
But that course is phenomenal. And those baskets, you're going to love those baskets. And after you play on it, you're going to be like, why don't we have these baskets here?
What are they?
I don't even know, but they're red and they're phenomenal. Like, they hug the discs.
It
And
says
they
dynamic on this one here. I think it says Spartan. I think those are just tags.
So, yeah. You're going to love that course. The layout is phenomenal.
Looking at it, it's hopefully I get in on the wait list. It's not until September 24th.
Yeah.
End of September. It's before the Point Series final. That's on the 30th. And then the other one that I'm going to sign up for is the Autumn Bond Classic.
Yeah, everyone's talking about that. I might
Do
sign
it.
up for that.
Do it. That's October 7th.
Yeah. I just got to run it past the...
Couple weeks at that's why I like when I find them and it's like, oh, it's not, you got a couple months before you really have to worry about me being there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, what?
She just asked me a date.
Ding.
Now I'm thinking she said October 7th.
Uh-oh.
Now we're going to have to collab on this one again. That's the only thing I do with the wife. It's like, what's going on this day?
Yeah, that's what I do too.
If she doesn't answer me, like, okay, I'm going to sign up for this tournament. Let me know if it changes.
Yeah. Like, at the beginning of the season, I gave my wife a list of all the tournaments I was looking at, and then she just went through and just marked them off as, okay, you can do all those, and then she's crossed up a couple, oh, we got this and this going on, so it's like, all right, no
Okay.
biggie.
Yeah, I hope I can do that one at Bond Lake because I've been really enjoying Bond Lake this year, and I want to go back for more.
Yeah.
Plus,
I'm
the
playing
autumn-
Bond tomorrow
What?
for the Squala.
Can't believe that's tomorrow already.
Yeah.
How did I miss that one?
They're playing Royalton today. I seen that. I'm like, no, I ain't playing no Royalton.
Is it because is it a 2-day event one?
They split it up this year.
Yeah, okay. That's why. I don't do the 2 days because it's too much.
Too much. Yeah, I'm doing the 2-day for the New York State Championship in Rochester, and if it's probably gonna be the only time I do it because that's gonna be like a lot.
That's why. Which one was it? I think it might have been West New York Championships. They were going to have one round at Royalton and one round at Bond, and then they switched it to just 2 rounds at Bond.
Yeah.
That's why I signed up for it, because it was one at Royalton and one at Bond.
Yeah.
I was really excited for that. Still fine that it was both at Bond.
Yeah.
I would have been okay with it both being at Royalton. It's not that big of a deal. But the fact that they had it 2 places in the same day, I was excited to do both.
Yes.
Because I never get to do both like that because of my work schedule. I work Monday through Friday. Weekends the only time I have off. I can't play Friday and Saturday tournaments. Yeah. It's just too much. I'll get nothing done at home. So
yeah, I can't do the Saturday Sunday tournaments.
Yeah.
That's why I like the 2 rounds in a single day. It's just like boom. Okay, I block out one day for the weekend where I'm at the tournaments, and the other weekend day I'm home getting stuff done.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't saw my grass out there. It needs to be cut.
Yeah.
I got a lot of yard work that needs to be done this weekend.
I let my grass die every year so I don't have to cut it.
I wish I could. It just won't die. I've poisoned it so many times. It comes back. The one back section of my yard, it's not grass. It's like a bunch of these weird plants that grow up and shit. And I just keep mowing them down, and I keep poisoning them, and it comes back every heavy rain. They're back.
That's funny.
I gotta get an excavator and dig it out. That's the next step.
Or gas in a lighter. Control it.
Try that too.
Yeah, control the fire.
I might get in trouble for that. My neighbors already don't like me.
No.
Because of how the yard looks. Oh. So if I start burning it down, I'm gonna have some questions to answer.
Yeah.
Oh well. Like all the fence around my yard, I didn't put up a single fence. They all put up fences.
Oh, nice.
Because they're tired of looking at my shit.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Helps me out.
Yeah.
It's good stuff, man. Yeah. All right, dude. We can wrap this up.
Sounds good to me.
Thanks for coming in, dude.
Thanks for having me.
We'll definitely do this again. I want to do that challenge in the next couple of weeks, next month or so, whenever we have a weekend off and no events are happening.
That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, we'll film it, and make some content out of it. And
get
like
some
I said,
good laughs.
Yeah, it's gonna be hilarious.
Oh yeah.
So I want to get a couple practice rounds in too, because I want to beat all you guys.
Yeah.
So
it's not sure to beat me at finals.
One disc putter challenge. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there. We'll see what else we can.
We'll eventually do a bag swap. That'll be funny.
Anthony wants to do one real bad.
I'll swap with Anthony for a round. We'll see how he does with all over stable.
He's got. He might actually work out well because he loves his destroyers.
Yeah.
And actually, someone I would do a bag swap with would be Tim Cooper, because I'm starting to like MVP.
Oh yeah, he is all MVP.
He would hate my bag, dude.
Yeah.
He would not know what to do with my bag. Half of them are Daredevil, and then there's some Innova in there and Trilogy plastic, and
yeah,
he would have a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm all Trilogy plastic except for those Matrix.
Okay.
That's it. Otherwise, it's all Trilogy.
All right, dude.
All right.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Peace out, guys.